All right, welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green, and today is Wednesday, and that means Wednesday 13 is joining us live. We've got a lot to talk about and some very sad news in the world of Hollywood. We'll talk about all that and more right after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody out there to waste time with you. All right, here he is, Wednesday 13. How are you, Wednesday?
Hey now. I'm all right. All right. It's another Wednesday.
Another Wednesday. I'm looking
hmm
for a picture to show the world. Let's see if I can find that. Because I alluded to some sad news coming out of the world of Hollywood, and we should pay our respects for probably someone who was a hero to you, and
hmm
definitely a hero to me. As it shows, that didn't work. When do they? Let's try something else. Hold on. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, this is big. Like this is change Hollywood. Big. How you been, Wednesday?
I've been all right. I think I'm kind of over the jet lag finally. But yeah, trying to get stuff ready for next year, and everyone's leaving for the holidays, and I'm trying to get all my merch and stuff ordered and put into the system before the holidays for the tour coming up. So just getting things in order for the tour. A bunch of unfun stuff.
These are things that people don't see that go into touring, especially when you're the artist, but you're also the brand, and you also run your business. So making
Yeah,
when people go to a show and they see all these T-shirts and things, they don't realize that you had to sit there and order them and lay out your own money. I mean,
I
it's
have to
investment.
do all of it. I mean, I have my artist Johnny, luckily, who's able to create this artwork and create stuff from scratch and create stuff out of my that I just scribble down on a piece of paper. And I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Like I got to order the laminates. I got to order. I do all that stuff. I put down the deposit for the bus. I put down booking everybody's flights, and it's a lot of work, and it's frustrating when you don't sell out stuff and you put all this work into it, or you look and go, that's all you sold for that show? I did all this work. It's just it's a gamble going on tour. Like, I mean, I have my guarantee that I get for this, but we're an opening act on this tour, so my guarantee is smaller. So I really, really depend on these VIPs and the merchandise, and um, I never know what I'm going to make, so it's always stressful for me getting ready for a tour. I don't usually get unstressed until I'm on tour and I'm in the middle of it.
I often say on the show that if your favorite band is coming to town, make sure you go. If you can buy a meet and greet or buy a T-shirt, your meet and greet is reasonably priced. It's not crazy. Do it because it does help to keep it going. A lot of people quit. A lot of your favorite bands stop. I mean, you've been active for the last 20 years, 25 years, but that's not the case for everybody. And it's like you've said, a lot of it comes out of your pocket. It's an investment, and it's a scary investment. Now, listen, you have great merchandise and you have great fans, and they're very supportive, so that helps your branding. It works. People like it, but there's a lot of work that people I think they think he just goes on stage and he sings about dead girls and then that's it.
No, it's a lot
That's
of
the easy
work.
part.
It's a lot of work. I mean, on this upcoming tour, um, it's not going to be a day of me sitting around doing nothing. It's literally going to be load in, sound check, VIP, straight on stage, wait a little bit. I'm going to be going on stage and doing a song with the headliner. So I kind of have to I
be
got to
around.
figure that out. I kind of got to stay in costume, I guess, for a little bit. So I don't have a lot of time to run around and do nothing on this tour.
Yeah. Well, sometimes staying busy is a good thing, and hopefully a lot of people will come out and see you. Tour dates are at official Wednesday 13.com. Let's talk about this tragedy that affects people of our age and people of all ages. Right there. Gil
Yeah.
Gerard passed away last night at the age of 82. And some people watching have no idea what that is. And other people are really emotional. I was when I saw it. I sort of gave a damn.
Yeah, I was informed by my drummer Mike. That's one of our shows we bonded over when we first met. Like, hey, what are you into? Oh, I know you're a good drummer. What else do you like? You like Buck Rogers? What?
I
So yeah, I heard it through him, and then I messaged you. I think after he told me.
I spent at least an hour on my hands and knees going through photos to find my photos with Gil Gerard. I could not find it. There's just too much stuff in this house. But I was so happy to meet him. He was one that I always wanted to. He only did one convention that I was able to go to. I was happy to meet him. He lived up to the hype. And when we were kids, so Star Wars comes out in 1977. I saw it in the theater. I was like barely 4, maybe. And then the idea was, well, this might be money in this sci-fi. Everyone should do it. So Battlestar Galactica comes out, Buck Rogers comes out, and then the idea is, well, we'll also make them into movies. So we'll make a Battlestar Galactica movie, which is just going to be the first 2 episodes of the show. Same with with Buck Rogers, and then we'll put them on TV. And I remember seeing both of those in the theater as well. And there were some lawsuits with Star Wars and Battlestar. Not so sure about Buck Rogers. Listen, the Buck Rogers franchise goes back to Buster Crabbe a
Yeah,
long time earlier.
it's like Flash Gordon. It's like it was a old school thing they revamped, but
Serials, yeah.
for my
And
money, for my money, Buck Rogers was the best of all of it for me. I liked it better than Star Wars. I liked it better than Flash Gordon. I related with Buck Rogers. It just seemed, I don't know, that show was more touchable than Star Wars for me.
the amazing theme song.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know there's actual words to that. If you watch
Yes,
the first episode actually has the lyrics to that theme music, and then they realized how horrible it is, so they took it out.
the
So,
song was called Suspension.
mm-hmm.
And it did have lyrics in the movie. In the first episode, they changed it. The narration was much better, where Colonel Buck Rogers, and they explain how he was frozen in Frozen. And most musicians that I've worked with remind me of Buck Rogers. I give this analogy a lot. I've said it about some famous people. When you stop touring and you're famous, and then suddenly you come back 10 years later or 20 years later, it's almost like you expect the world to be the same, but it's not. The business has changed. Well, that's Buck Rogers. He comes back in the 25th century and things aren't the same. And he wants to do some disco dancing.
Well, the disco dance, he has to walk through the haunted remains of Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
and then he goes disco dancing. But he was no stranger with the ladies. Buck Rogers was so cool because he was almost like a little bit Han Solo,
Right.
a little bit James Bond. Uh, he was just a cool character,
He was he was a coxman.
and the show was great because as it became more popular, watching it as a kid because it was brand new at the time, you started getting all the special guest stars, and then you got Gary Coleman on it, and Jamie
Mm-hmm.
Lee Curtis, and just tons of people started making guest appearances. And then when they brought Hawkman in, I was just like, yes.
Mm-hmm. Let's not forget Tiger Man, right?
Tiger Man he was one of the bad guys with
Mm-hmm.
Killer Kane and
Killer Kane was another one. That name, Arthur Kane of the New York Dolls. I believe he got the Killer Kane name from Buck Rogers. I'm pretty sure that's where it comes from, where they call him Killer Kane.
Oh,
So yeah,
interesting.
yeah. But and it was and then Erin Gray was hot too. We can't forget Erin Gray.
Oh, she was the best.
She
Uh,
married Mr. Stratton later.
she did.
Yeah, which was good. But so it's sad. When I heard he'd passed, I said, well, he was 82, and unfortunately, that's going to happen. His wife put out a statement, and sadly, she made the point that he had found out he had cancer, uh, and within days was gone. It was not. It wasn't a long fight,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's better or worse, but she put out a statement. I thought it's worth reading. His wife's name is Janet. She wanted to clarify that she was at his bedside when he passed, and he asked this message to be released. He was in hospice care, and this is written by Gil Gerard. If you are reading this, then Janet has posted it as I asked her to. My life has been an amazing journey. The opportunities I've had, the people I've met, and the love I've given and received have made my 82 years on the planet deeply satisfying. My journey has taken me from Arkansas to New York to Los Angeles and finally to my home in North Georgia with my amazing wife, Janet, of 18 years. It's been a great ride, but inevitably one that comes to a close as mine has. Don't waste your time on anything that doesn't thrill you or bring you love. See you out somewhere in the cosmos. That's pretty touching.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and imagine, I'm starting to write my death letters too, just in case, because you never know when it's going to happen. Michelle will come on here and read it, but it's touching and it's good advice. You better live. You don't know what's going to happen, and so I loved Buck Rogers, and when I was a kid, I made this point. I dressed as Buck Rogers for Halloween. There's a picture of it. That's probably the old Bill Cooper plastic mask that had the rubber band behind it. And there I am. Look at that old car, that old New York City car. And then there in the park with I guess it's vinyl. Those things are made out of plastic.
Yeah. Oh,
Buck
yeah.
Rogers.
Real healthy.
I had the toys too.
I have I have a box.
Love it.
Buck Rogers.
I don't think I ever had the big one like that. I had the small action figures, but how cool is
I had
that?
the small ones. I never had this, and then I found it somewhere. I don't remember where I got this, but I got it. But they made other ones too. I would love to have those other ones. If anyone out there wants to gift me these on the tours, bring
Some of
it
those
on
bad
out.
guys have to be rare.
Tweaky. I
And
need a
Tweaky.
I need a Tweaky. I don't have a little Tweaky. I don't have a big Tweaky. I don't have any Tweakies. Tiger
You
Man, the
know,
Draconian Guard, Draco, Killer Kane, Dr. Hewer, and collect all of these Buck Rogers figures.
that's
Okay.
very cool right there. I might have to get into those.
A
I
lot
don't
of
think there's
these a lot of these figures, their head started changing color from the rest of the body, so he looks like he's been
frozen in ice.
well, he kind of looks like he was frozen when he woke up from the deep, from the sleep on the ship.
Tweaky used to live here in Las Vegas. Felix Celia. He was also cousin it on the Addams Family, and he was a nice guy. I would run into him. He's passed as well.
And the voice of that was Mel Blanc.
Yes, and at one point they tried another voice, and Felix Celia Tweaky, he told me the story, and he said that the other voice, they wanted maybe to get around from paying Mel Blanc, so they tried someone cheaper, and for one or two episodes, or maybe it's in the movie, but he used a word that I can't use to say how the guy sounded, and they realized they needed Mel Blanc. So either Mel Blanc went back and dubbed it, but they realized they needed the legend. That's probably Mel Blanc towards the end of his life too.
Right.
Mel Blanc, the voice of every cartoon we grew up on. I mean, the king. But anyway, Gil Gerard, I think a lot of people watching are having no idea.
What was the name of the show that he did after that didn't really catch on, but it was like, was it Sidekicks that
Sidekicks? Mhm.
or him and the little his
Ernie
adopted.
Reyes Jr.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's based on the Chuck Norris movie Sidekicks. I think,
I
um,
believe so.
but
It,
it
it
didn't.
has to be.
Yeah,
If it isn't, it's a deliberate ripoff.
right, of the same name.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, look, this is the kind of entertainment you get from the show. We pay tribute to our fallen pop culture legends. You know, Wednesday. One of the things
And
that's
then you
so
got
hard about,
Rob Reiner this week murdered
yeah,
in his
I talked
house.
about it on Monday a little bit, but that's a crazy one. I was saying the hardest part for me is that Rob Reiner's legacy. I hope he's not now remembered for this brutal murder. You know, he becomes
Well, he will be.
folklore.
Unfortunately, he will be.
Mhm.
That's horrible. And his family's legacy and what they did for movies and Hollywood is legendary. And now his that's such a horrible situation.
I made the point about mental health because obviously you're unstable if you're able to do that, and they knew he was, and he probably needed to be committed at something. And this is a thing that families deal with all the time, whether you're rich or not. It didn't make a difference. Mental illness doesn't really discriminate, and this guy really needed to be put away and get help. And unfortunately, the Reiners couldn't do that, and it ends in the worst possible way. And then sadly, this somehow becomes a political thing, like everything nowadays, which is just stupid. I mean, guy gets
Politics
savagely,
sucks so bad.
yeah.
People, stop politicking. It sucks. It
Life would be
sucks.
better. You know, you can go and vote and you can do what you want, but it'd be better if
Uh,
you didn't talk about it every day and make things political, like the death of Rob Reiner. It really has nothing to do with it. And so,
it's so exhausting.
yeah, the whole society. When we were kids watching Buck Rogers, we didn't know who anyone voted for, and we didn't care.
We didn't care.
You know,
And again, things are different, and we can say, "Oh, it's different." But we also didn't have phones then in front of our face. We didn't have this information being fed to us, and it's hard to get away from it. But don't buy into it. These people don't give a fuck about you. So stop worshiping these people like they're movie stars and rock stars, and buy tickets to my concert.
I'm with you.
See, I pulled that right in there. Just made you focus, and you just now you've sold probably 2 tickets, maybe three.
Yeah, I'm with you. Too much government, worshiping somebody in politics is an embarrassing thing, wearing their hat or their shirt. I don't care who it is. I'm not even talking about the president, anything. It's just silly. You know, take care of your own, be good to each other. There's a lot of things that are good in this world. That's why we do Toys for Tots and some things to get aside from this terrible politics. But yeah, very sad to lose. We are starting to lose the legends that we grew up with.
Yeah,
It's,
it's a
getting
bummer.
old sucks.
It
You know what
does.
else sucks is the algorithm on this channel sucks and on YouTube. It can be good if you make the same video every day, but if you want to branch out like I do, it's difficult because I don't want to just do interviews with guys from hair metal bands, and I know I work in that industry and I know a lot of them, but I want to do more. You know, I enjoy pop culture. And so what happens is when I put out an interview that I think is good, people say they like my interviews with, Trickster members. Well, how about with somebody else? So I put out, the Carolyn Grimes, It's a Wonderful Life. And, it got some views, but I think a lot of people are missing it because the algorithm doesn't understand. They think that people who watch this channel only want to hear the latest about Dawkins and they're not suggesting it to the right folks. There's a lot of people who want to watch It's a Wonderful Life. I will tell you that coming up later this week, probably my interview with Robert Brian Wilson. Do you know who Robert Brian Wilson is?
I don't at the moment.
I don't blame you. I'm literally reading it off a notepad. Robert Brian Wilson is the original killer in Silent Night, Deadly Night. He's Billy. He's Santa Claus. And spoiler alert.
Uh,
And so when I was a kid, that poster of Santa going down the chimney with an axe, boy, that was crazy. And they banned it in theaters. People protested.
We use
Now,
it as a Murder Dolls tour poster. That actually the tour got canceled, but that was the tour poster. It was a Silent Night, Deadly Night tour, which doesn't make sense because it'll be a bunch of nights. So it should have been Silent Night, Deadly Nights, but it wasn't.
did you ever make that? Do you have a poster, or it didn't happen?
I think there was an online poster of it somewhere.
Mm-hmm. That was a great
the,
image.
the tour never happened. Joey canceled it, but it was supposed to be an America tour. And people remind me all the time, man, I remember when you guys canceled the Silent Night, Deadly Night tour. And I'm like, what? Oh.
Yeah.
I always try to give my tours names so I remember them, which has been very helpful because I remember them this way. And
it's the way it should be.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's coming up. And then Ellen Latson, who played Ruby Sue from Christmas Vacation. We were supposed to do the interview tonight, but she's got a young one at home and didn't get much sleep. So we're going to reschedule. But I think that would be a great interview. She's going to answer everything you could want to know about Christmas Vacation. She was young enough to remember a lot of it. And I think it'll be interesting. It's a movie that's going to last forever. We're never not going to see Christmas Vacation. It will be gone. The movie will still live on. So those are interviews that are coming up. This morning, I put out my Buffalo 66 location video. And, people who like it really like it. People who don't know what it is, don't know what it is. Have you seen Buffalo 66?
Yeah, but I don't really remember it that well. I know it's a lot of dialogue in that movie. It's mainly dialogue. It's mainly dialogue, and I don't really remember it. I tried to watch it again because I know you like it a lot. And I tried to watch it again with adult ears because I saw it when I was maybe still a teenager when it came out. Was it
98?
Oh, maybe I wasn't a teenager. Felt like it. A fresh early 20s though.
It's on a bunch of free channels.
Yeah, it was on something recently, and I tried to watch some of it, and I liked it. I liked it better than I originally did.
It's a talkie, and some people can't stand it. They don't like his character. And I'm going to tell the story about how I met him. I've been careful about telling the story, but I'll give it my best shot. I was at the AVN convention. You know what that is? That's the big adult video news convention. It's the Oscars of adult entertainment. Yes. And I was working with a company directing these exclusive footage of interviews, same thing I do now, but with people who were in those movies, who were still alive. I interviewed John Holmes' widow and Ginger Lynn and Christy Canyon and Ron and all these, Randy West. And so we're at the booth, and these two guys come up and want to talk about old movies with me, 80s adult cinema. One guy tells me, you should put out the movies that have Tracy Lords in them, but cut out the adult part. Now, for those watching, I have to be careful, but Tracy Lords, she's in Crybaby and other movies, Shock 'em Dead, obviously Wednesday's favorite. And she was on Roseanne. She had a successful career, but she was working with a fake passport and was underage. That's the story. So she was cut out of all the movies. So this guy told me, I think you could just use scenes of her in the movie with her clothes on. That would not be possible either, because she was not supposed to be in these movies, period, clothes or not. So I didn't realize who the person talking to me was. And it was sort of the dumbest mistake I've ever made. And then I figured out who he was. It took me a minute. And then I go, well, is it okay if I get in trouble, I tell them that Rick Rubin told me? Because that's who it was. And Rick Rubin then introduced me to Vincent Gallo. And Vincent Gallo, I am a fan. I mean, I think the guy is one of the most insane characters. If you go to his website, he sells his sperm and other things. He is so, but he has rules. You have to have blonde hair and blue eyes or something.
I had no idea he was even doing anything. I haven't heard his name, and I had no idea.
He's still pretty underground, but he had a thing about people writing him for like to be in the movies or advice. And he said, I'll probably be dead by the time you get your movie made. So don't waste my time and waste your time. He has this very blunt craziness about him. And I'll get to everybody's questions and comments in a bit. But he's a character. And so he told me he had just finished the movie called The Brown Bunny. And spoiler alert, The Brown Bunny has 16 minutes of him on a motorcycle going in circles on a track. No talking, no nothing, 16 minutes. But, and it's the opposite of a talkie. He might not talk until the end of the movie. And spoiler alert, it's sort of like The Sixth Sense. That's kind of what the twist is. But
With a motorcycle.
Yes, but he meets Chloe Sevigny. Do you know who she is? She was best known, at least in my world, for a movie called Kids, which is also an amazing movie. Have you seen Kids, Wednesday?
I'm familiar with it, but I don't really know it. But I know
it's another talkie. But Kids was based on these kids who hung out in New York City, and a lot of them were real kids who I had seen, and it was pretty crazy. Anyway, Chloe Sevigny and Vincent Gallo have a scene where she performs an act on him for real, like not simulated. The act happens in a Hollywood movie. And Roger Ebert said it was terrible, and Vincent Gallo wished cancer on Roger Ebert, and then Roger Ebert got cancer. This is a lot of there's a lot to be said here.
So but that's why. Huh.
But Vincent Gallo knew that I had won an AVN award for, I don't know if it's around here, for the bonus footage on the DVD that we put out. And he said he wanted to win one of these awards. And he said I should have won one for The Brown Bunny. But then he told me I would like to make a movie of the triple X variety so that I can win an AVN award. And then we started to become kind of buddies. We would talk on the phone. We would exchange emails. And he wanted me to find these movies for him. And he told me about this movie called Water Power. That's the American name. I can't even say what it's called in Germany. But it was this guy, Jamie Gillis, who, by the way, was one of the coolest 70s actors in that industry. But he was crazy. And it's filmed in Times Square. And basically, this character breaks into people's houses and gives them enemas to get the evil out of them, so to speak. And Vincent Gallo really was shot in like 35 millimeter in New York City. It was crazy. And Vincent Gallo was really like, he's a bit of a film expert, even those kind of films. And so we eventually lost touch, and I think he moved on to his next project. He travels abroad quite often. And I ran into him backstage at a Guns N' Roses concert at Dodger Stadium, and he was weird. He's always weird. But Jeff Pilson was there with his wife. I can't think of her name, but she's a nice young lady. And Jeff Pilson was giving her a foot rub on a couch. It was strange. And Vincent Gallo was watching this foot rub like he was looking at a steak. Anyway, he's a character. If you like aggressive, strange characters, maybe Robert De Niro-esque at times, I recommend Buffalo 66. I don't think anyone watching could handle The Brown Bunny, but anyway, so I made the filming locations. Michelle grew up in the Buffalo area, and we were just coming out of Canada, and I really wanted to see it. I texted Johnny Monaco this morning because he is a huge fan of it, which makes a lot of sense. Johnny has a lot of Vincent Gallo traits, characteristics, a lot. And so he told me he was looking forward to watching it. And anyway, I made the video. And the point is, I wish more people would watch these things, because just like, going to see your shows, you do this because you love it. But at the same time, it's a business you have to keep going. All right, let's start with Down is Up 76. Hello to my favorite YouTuber, W13. I'll see you in New York City next month. That's great, Jeff. Get a meet and greet and meet him at Irving Plaza. That's a great venue. Is that where you're playing? Maybe it's not.
Yes, I was confused. I thought it was Webster Hall. I had one schedule that said Webster Hall originally, but we're not. We're
Irving Plaza.
Irving Plaza.
Yeah, I saw Rat play there.
I played there once, maybe twice. I played there with Cradle of Filth before the pandemic, maybe my first time there. I don't really remember it because New York's always a big hassle getting into the city, and
Yeah.
just I don't really remember it.
It's another busy block, too. It's look great, but it's a good venue. Okay, let's see what everybody's got to say. David, hello, Jason Wednesday, and fellow time wasters. A lot of hellos. You were very right. This is going to be so peak Wednesday. That's a new thing that the kids say. It's going to be peak, so peak. Are you familiar with that lingo?
I'm not.
Yeah, I think it's the new 6, 7, But peak is the thing, and I'm glad to be peak.
I don't know lingos. I was even and not even trying to be funny. I didn't know that on the spectrum meant what it meant. I thought it meant you were really, really smart.
Hmm.
And I thought the exact opposite of what it meant. So somebody goes, "Oh,
Well,
that
you
dude's
could
on."
be.
It's like that
uh,
dude's on the spectrum. I mean, oh, you mean like a X Man?
Well, you
Like
could be very smart on the spectrum. Rain Man could count cards and
well, you
toothpicks.
know what I mean. Like I literally thought that that's what it meant. I'm not trying to be. I thought it meant they had like some kind of crazy X Men powers,
Hmm.
and I was like, oh, okay. Just like I thought that show Shark Tank was about that show where they build aquariums,
Right.
and it's
That's a
not.
common
It's not.
mistake.
There is a show where they build aquariums.
I remember
Like
that show.
I thought that's what Shark Tank was.
Down is Up says there were 62 people in the chat and only 19 likes. I can tell you right now, there's 235 people watching. Happiest holidays, yes. But please like the video. And if you don't like,
235 people. Better go check out my concert dates.
yeah, in your hometown, he'll be there. And if you don't like old ladies who are in It's a Wonderful Life, just watch it and like it anyway. That's all. All right, let's see here. Lorraine mentioning some of the tragedies: Brown University, Bondi Beach, Rob Reiner, Tony Geary of General Hospital, Gil Gerard. It's been a heck of a week. My friend Tiffany Shepis, who was on the show around Halloween, her daughter is all over the news. Her daughter survived I don't know if you can say the word anymore. She survived a gunman at her school, Saugus, I think it's called, in California. And now she goes to Brown University and she's trying to speak out about this problem because there definitely is one with these schools. It's
Schools are prisons. Figure it
yeah.
out. Get your children out and figure it out, and then send them back when shit's figured out because it ain't working.
Is your
Bullshit.
granddaughter in school or homeschooled?
Homeschooled, when my daughter told me that she bought my granddaughter a bulletproof backpack for
Mhm.
school, I was like, is that really what this has come to? Like, is that what we're dealing with? I hated school. School was horrible for me. I got picked on. It was horrible. And I think about it every day. I go, what did I learn there? What did I just the basic bullshit. Everything else is bullshit.
Schools for fools, life, sex,
It
and death sentence.
is. Be cruel to your school.
Mhm.
Like
It's the truth.
seriously, go in there, mess it up.
Well,
Take
don't
a
say
Dr.
that.
Pepper, pour it down the hallways.
The I'm with you 100%. Everything I learned that helped my career came from the summers I spent with my grandparents in Florida watching TV. My entire life is TV. Everything I learned from TV. I learned about loss, when the coach died or whatever. I learned everything from
Yeah.
TV. How did I
Yeah.
learn how to be a journalist? I watched David Letterman and Howard Stern. Nothing in school has ever been
How'd you
practical.
learn how to not take cocaine? Mike Seaver, growing pains. He was at a
Mhm.
party. They were like, "Hey, do it, Mike." He's like, "No."
Well, in that case, though, you and I both have said we were. Len Bias was the guy for us. We've told that story. In 1986, Len Bias dropped dead. He was a promising basketball player, and they said he only used that substance once, and he dropped dead. And me and you, as young people, knew better than to want to do that and drop dead.
I've been offered it, and I learned from Mike Seaver just to say no.
Mhm.
Never done it. Never will. Yet.
Thank God Jason's live. I watched a Jimmy Fallon interview. Yeah, I look. I want to like Jimmy Fallon. I want
I
to.
I try to watch some of these talk shows. And again, I can't even get through it because it's all political. Every bit of it. It's so bad. Stop it. Stop it.
I do watch one of those talk shows that at times is political, but I won't say Jimmy Kimmel. But I can't watch Fallon because he's so obnoxious and oh my goodness, he seems like he might be on that stuff that Len Bias was on. All right, let's see
Maybe.
here. Yeah, we're
It's
catching up.
just horrible that I was like Arsenio Hall never talked about this crap. He'd say "funk it up, Chuck," and Chuck would be like,
Well, he would say, "Today we got the funky, smooth sounds of Firehouse." Like he always had a big intro for it.
yeah, he's like,
You want to
"Chuck,
see some
fuck it
dirty?
up."
You want to see some dirty, stinky, filthy riffs from LA Guns?
They like to keep it hot, sticky, and sweet.
When we were
Poison.
when we were young, though, you knew the president was an idiot, and so everyone was in a consensus. Ronald Reagan was old and out of it. We all knew it. Well, everyone made the same joke. There was no division. Even the staunchest Republican Reagan fan knew that Reagan was a jackass.
Mm-hmm.
And same with Jimmy Carter. He became such a great citizen after politics. But so when you would watch comedians, Gerald Ford, that was a class idiot. Chevy Chase would fall down all the time because of Gerald Ford. We all just laughed. Now, oh my God, the division makes me sick.
I hate division. I hate math. That's why I hate school. Figure it out, people.
Yes. Lorraine says she wrote a goodbye letter when she went in for surgery, and luckily she's okay. But Matt, if in my next tour diary, I don't know if it's in the next one that comes out or the one that already came out. I think it's the next one, Friday's episode. Matt tells us about how he accidentally took a substance and it clouded his mind, and he wrote a goodbye letter. He thought him and his dogs were poisoned and were going to pass. And it's one of the funniest, most ridiculous stories ever here. And that's coming up. Hello there, Jason. And Wednesday,
I could have wrote my goodbye letter earlier this year, but I couldn't even function to even to write.
That's why you have to have it on stock.
I need to have a little note to self.
Politics and religion belong in a house in private. I knew a guy who was in a band, and he was dating this girl, and she was kind of hot, and then they broke up like a day later. And I go, well, let me ask you a few questions. How did you blow this? And then I said, did you talk about politics? And he said, well, yeah, I don't believe in what she believes. And I go, oh. And then I go, did you talk about religion? And he's like, well, I don't believe in that. And I go, oh my God, wait till you get in her pants at least. And then you could tell her that there's no magic man in the clouds and that Republicans are idiots. But wait until you do that. This was an old story. Please don't hold it against me now. But never talk politics or religion, especially in a relationship. Sean Brown is here. Thank you for the super chat. And hello, Jason. And Wednesday 13, I read a new report from the trade union Cinema United that attendance by Gen Z is up this year by 25%. This comes as an overall attendance has declined. What do you think of this news, the overall health of movie theaters? So Sean is saying that he read a study that young people, Gen Z, are
what are we? We're Gen X.
I have to ask my lawyer.
I don't know the lingo.
What do you mean Wednesday?
What are we? What am
Gen
I?
X.
What am I?
I think we're Gen X. I think our parents are baby boomers, and then these kids today are Gen Z.
Okay.
Gen Alpha. Sorry, we're even over Gen Z now. I think it's all bullshit. But anyway, young people are going to the movies. I think that Wednesday, when you and I were younger, we wanted all the things that were before us. We wanted to watch older TV shows. We listened to older music. And I think that's going to happen forever because older is cooler. And so I think young people are seeing the movie experience. Going to a movie theater is an experience. That's the way a movie was intended. I think it's these old movies that people are digging. I think people like to go see The Shining in the theater or something like that more
Or like
than
Superman 4.
or Superman 4. You know, we were talking about Superman 4 earlier. I got Michelle to watch Superman 1 and 2. I also bought all the Superman 1 toys. Have you seen those?
I saw you posted them. They look cool. I like the first two, especially the second one.
I'm going to show you the whole stack right now, which is on the shelf to the left of the door. You're gonna like these.
I
That
saw
means
your son of or I saw your Jarrell.
Superman. Yeah, I'm going to show them all to you.
You got your
First shelf
Brando.
in to the left. Black. You know what Superman looks like. Anyway, sorry. Good help is hard to find. She liked them, and I wasn't ready to show her Superman 3 yet, starring Richard Pryor. But and
I
then
remember going
Superman
to
4.
see that at the theater with my dad, and he left because he hated it. We walked out.
Did you want to walk out, or Dad made the decision?
I was so young then. I didn't really. It wasn't gelling with me either. It was kind of. I remember when I saw that the movie poster for that. I went, "Come on!" I mean, I love the toy. Uh,
That's
that's
black
Jarrell.
black outfit, Jarrell, and then white outfit, Jarrell. What's interesting is they did not make a Clark Kent figure, but they made two Jarrell figures. There is General Zod, and they didn't make his buddies either.
What?
Yeah, they only made that, and then there is Lex
But they
Luthor.
got is that a little mirror thing of them though?
They did
They
come with
got
that. Yep.
that's
The little
cool
thing
though.
that
Is it a hologram?
it's got the three of their faces in it.
But is it like a hologram? Does it like move like when you use it change?
I don't think so.
No,
It should.
That'd been cooler if it did.
Missed opportunity. Lex Luthor with a wig. He's got a wig right there in case he needs to wear it. And then
who was that guy that replaced Lex Luthor in Part 3? That wasn't Gene Hackman. That was kind of like him. That sort of looks like Dennis Hopper and a bunch of other people melted together. What actor?
I might have forgot. I thought Gene Hackman was in it. I'll have to look it up. There's Lois Lane, Crash Reporter.
When I was younger, I used to get her and the lady that plays Marion on Indiana Jones mixed up. I thought
Karen
they were
Allen. Similar.
I thought they were the same people, and I thought Joe Beth Williams and Sigourney Weaver were the same people too when I was really young.
Margot Kidder, also known for the Amityville Horror. There is Superman with his kryptonite chain. I can't believe he'd be okay with that in the package. That looks nothing like Christopher Reeve, by the way. Nothing. That looks like Kirk Allen.
I have a Houdini figure I have in the package, and it says escape artist, and I find it funny. I'll open up most of my toys, but I never open him because I wanted to leave him in the package to see if he could ever escape it.
That's great. We never know. Wednesday, it's Christmas time, and people send Christmas presents. This one is from Amy, Horror Chick. I hope she's watching. This one just showed up today to my P.O. box, and I said to Michelle, I go, should I open it on the show? But if it's terrible, then I have to act like it's good.
This is what I have when people bring me VIP meet and greet gifts at the thing. I have to open them in front of people sometimes, and sometimes I get weird stuff.
Taxidermy raccoon.
Well, that was stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not that cool. Sometimes it's amazing. Most of the time it's amazing, but every once in a while someone will surprise you and give you something. You're like, "What is this?" And you don't, and you're trying to act like you know what it is, but you don't know what it is. And they're going, "Remember?" And you're like,
"This is a big risk right here." The only thing I could say is she sent gifts before, and they were cool, and so I'm going to act like it's cool no matter what. Now. It's very light, I should point out. Now, whatever it is under there.
all gifts are cool. I'm just saying sometimes you get some strange stuff.
Oh, I'm not looking
Oh,
to
it
give.
looks like a cookie tin.
I think it's a Ben Cooper mask.
Oh,
I mean, I
maybe
don't know.
you're.
No, I think it's a cookie tin.
Shake it up.
All right, hold on.
Is it
I
cook?
think
Put
I'm
the cookie
diabetic.
down.
I'm diabetic. I can't have. Michelle's been baking cookies for every family, friends, and I can't really eat. I can only have a little bit. It feels like there's something fun in here, but it's also in this sealed bag, which is strange. So maybe
I hate sealed bags. I hate seals. I hate it. I hate them.
I'm with you.
Call me crazy. Call me old fashioned.
I should probably make sure there's nothing dirty in here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, because people like to bring the gift of dirt. All right, hold on. Oh no, they look like there's fun stuff in here. I think
No.
I'm trying to. Okay, there we go. There's a card first from Festivus, which I like Festivus. It's a Festivus miracle. Oh, she wrote such a nice letter, which I won't share all of that here. May the airing of grievances be short, the feats of strength be friendly, and the miracles be happy. Happy Festivus for the rest of us. Very cool. I have met Jerry Stiller many times. All right, let's see what's in here. Oh, it's what I always wanted. It's so beautiful. Oh, that's not it. Sorry. I'm preparing in case it's bad. Another sealed bag. Ooh, I think I know what we got. I like these. It is a Hallmark keepsake moose mug right there. This is you hang this on your tree. And this is the 2023 edition, by the way, collector's item. And then right here is the Griswold house right there. Hallmark edition. Very nice. I appreciate it. It would have been better if Ruby Sue was here and I could show it to her, but she's got a toddler to deal with. Thank you so much, Amy. People know I love a good Christmas vacation. Now, let's see. What am I missing in the chat? Jason, your channel has gotten me through the past 5 weeks in the hospital. That's Ed. Well, Ed, I'm glad that we were there for you. And I'm sorry you're in the hospital. I hope you're out now and maybe give us an update.
Get out of there, Ed.
This is a stupid. I normally don't like to argue with stupid comments, but why not? Unfortunately, Reiner was very involved in politics. What kind of idiot says that? Guy was killed by his kids. Politics. Get alive. Get alive. Stupid. It has nothing to do with it. It's nothing to do with it. It would be like if you went to an island and you hung out with a bunch of people that you shouldn't be hanging out with. That's got nothing to do with politics. Dummy. Yeah, hold on. Lorraine's handling it. Exactly. Not politically motivated. Nothing to do with it. Don't be an asshole. All right, let me get through here. That was an hour ago, by the way. All of you Hollywood gutter cats better go see the Throbs. Well, we will be there. Looking forward to some throbbing. Let's see. I need to sleep. Have a good day, night, guys. That's Amy. All right, Amy. Get some rest. Get some rest. The movie Kids does feature a homeless man on the subway who sings the song, I Have No Legs, and then he shakes a can of change. I have no legs. I haven't. And the amazing thing is I used to ride that subway, the 1 and 9 train, and I would see that guy. He was real. He was a legend. He's got to be dead now. The legless, he would ride on a skateboard through the subway cars. Jason, you are definitely an encyclopedia of pop culture and entertainment. Well, thank you. I learned that from watching TV, not from school. This is Mark Sanchez. Mark, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. What do you think of somebody ripping off my tortoise? They're not good. I mean, look, we live in a free country. Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. I'm often imitated and never duplicated. I haven't seen any videos, nor would I watch. I hear a lot of people are doing AI videos. I actually have to sit here and work, so I guess that's my comment on that. Jamie Gillis is a Titan. Yeah. Just went to the Gala website. I recommend everybody visit his website and read it. It's unbelievable. It's been the same one for 100 years. I remember listening to these stories you had on a show a long time ago with Johnny Monaco. Look, it's hard to remember all the things. Ryder says 6'7" is so stupid. I don't blame him. And Ryder is Gen. What Gen is he? Alpha. But he's cooler than that. He knows. He watches TV. Smoke got their merch yesterday. Thank you. Well, thank you. And the world is awesome through Wednesday's lenses. I would have to agree. I would have to agree with that. I remember that show, and there was an episode where they were at Chris Angel's house, and a friend of mine was on the show. He said he was a complete dick, all 5'2" of him. I'm guessing he means Vincent Gallo, 5'2" of him. Felix Celia, Johnny Monaco? I don't know. That's what happens when I don't read the things fast enough. Happy holidays to Jason, Michelle, Wednesday 13. Hey, I got some big announcements to make Wednesday that involve you as well. One, the Christmas special is coming soon. Wednesday and I are going to give you our reviews of our favorite and least favorite Christmas episodes. And we've been studying, going back and forth, watching them. Some are good, most are bad, but we're gonna give it to you, and we're gonna give it to you good. Now, also for those of you who are saying, I need to get some Wednesday 13 merchandise in my life, but I want real original collectibles. I want never before offered collectibles, and I want to be the one to own them. And you're saying, how do I get my hands on such a thing right from Wednesday's house to your house? Well, the answer is January 3rd, 2026. I think it's the first time I've said that. We were going to have an auction right from where you're looking at. I'll be there with Wednesday. Michelle will be there too, and we are going to auction off some cool items. Wednesday, do you have any teaser, any sneak peek of things people might be able to get?
I've got a few of those masks that I'll be autographing and selling. I got some stage stuff, stage clothing, some, stage used umbrella, laminates. I'm gonna do some little. I did the little bags last time, right? Little kind of goodie bags. I might do some trick or treat sort of goodie bags and throw some stuff in there. Maybe I'll do like 13 of those or something with different stuff in it. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to piece it together. I'm walking around picking stuff out and finding stuff.
I like that. And it's we have time when we do these things, so it's a little bit manageable. You can take a picture or screenshot of Wednesday with your item. He can write something on your stuff. It's a cool experience, and you're going to want to be part of it. This is the first announcement. We'll be promoting it more as it happens. So January 3rd, happiest bunch of time wasters on YouTube. Indeed, I'm trying to get through.
The person said, "I wish I lived in America to see Wednesday more." We play more outside of America.
True.
So you're not really missing anything not being here.
Yeah. Peter Green passed as well, and that's not the Peter Green from Fleetwood Mac, but he's Zed. I think that's the character from Pulp Fiction. I think he's Zed. But he did pass.
I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at Ryder said school is prison.
He's right. And also I can't read that, but school is so horrible. As an 8th grader, it sucks. I get it.
Man, school was never fun.
No. Do you think I should have told those stories now that I know 8th graders are watching?
No, and I wish it was better for these kids. They deserve better. It's scary. School is weird. We've advanced. They need to figure it out. School system stayed the same. Everything else is advanced. Why is that saying this? They need to figure it out. People aren't getting It's not. If it needs to be treated like prison, then they need to put guards there like that. Something. It's not. It ain't right. Like your ain't right episodes. It ain't right.
You should be the head of education in this country.
I'm not
Right now,
saying not be educated. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying uh, be really be cruel to your school. I just think schools it just sucks.
right
And
now,
and like I just think about it, I'm like going algebra, all this stuff like later on in school that I never passed or even made it to. Like, well, where am I going to use that? Where did I ever use? Why did I need that? Why? Why?
the head of education in this country is Vince McMahon's wife. Vince McMahon is known for creating the World Wrestling Federation and also uh, 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 doing things that we can't even speak. I can't even find a way to say it nicely. Thank you to Down is Up 76 for gifting 10 memberships. You say Sean is here? Sean Clark? It's been so long since I've seen Sean Clark. I forgot what he looked like. Hold on. I got to find his comment.
He said, I didn't get the invite. I'm at home doing absolutely nothing.
Is that what he said, really?
And
Michelle said he might
he's
say
got
that.
a frowny face emoji.
Well, hold
His
on.
emoji is sad.
I'll invite him right now. I'd like to hear what he's up to. Hold on. Hold on. Michelle said he might say that, but I've invited him every week and he hasn't been, he's been busy. And then I saw that he was off with Nay doing things with her family. So that he's older than. And so I thought that he would not be able to make it, but I would like to see him. So hold on. By the way, I have an accounting for you on t-shirts, both of you. Michelle's slaved over the numbers. And all right, Sean, if you're near your phone and you still want to come on, we would love to have you. All right, let's get to some malfunctioning user, obviously influenced by Sean Clark. What's up, guys? I love Wednesday 13's Totted Up song. That was good. Any chance for a full Christmas album? I'd get it. Wednesday, he's talking to you. I made two Christmas albums.
I don't like Christmas enough to make a Christmas album. I don't really. Not into it.
You think Sean met Gil Gerard? I think he must have.
Oh, he's probably got stories of Gil Gerard. He's probably got Gil Gerard's bones already.
He's got his blaster.
You know how like Michael Jackson bought the Elephant Man's bones? He's probably going to buy Buck Rogers' bones.
Hope you like the Wednesday doll I made. Did we see it? Does he have it? Are you going to present it to him?
I got a couple of dolls this year, and they were all awesome. There was one I got more recently that was super cool. I think it's in the other room.
Mistress Macabre 13 says, I'm buying Wednesday 13 tickets and VIP tomorrow. The only artist I'm willing to pay VIP. I recommend everybody go see him and meet him. Really cool, chill guy. And his band always put on a fun, energetic show. Something to look forward to next year. Very cool. That's a good endorsement.
She's always so nice. She brings me a bunch of cool gifts. And yeah, Baltimore is the very first show on the tour. We've only sold 5 or 6 VIPs for that show, so it'll be a small, intimate. My VIPs aren't crazy for this tour so far. I wish they were. Maybe they will be by the time we get there, but right now they're pretty small.
I'm making sure I sent Sean the right link.
Which is good because it's not like what I just did in Australia where I met 60 people in 40 minutes, which is pretty. It wasn't as intimate in what I like to do at my own stuff when I have the time.
Vampire Nuggets is always a little bummed when Sean isn't in the stream. He's a Sean Clark fan, and he's waiting. He's waiting for Sean to make his appearance. We'll see. Someone says Sean looks Japanese. Is that because he spent so much time?
That's racist.
Yes, you tell him. All right, here he is. You've asked, you wanted to see him. I don't know how they know he looks Japanese, but Sean Clark. Hair down, Sean Clark.
Whoa.
That's Misfit Toys, Devil Rock Sean Clark. It looks good. Look at that.
There we go. Get in there. Yeah.
It
This
looks
is
like
out
that,
of the shower, Sean Clark.
or David L. Lander, and also known as Squiggy. We watched a Christmas special last night. Garfield Christmas. We watched Garfield Christmas. And
Dude, here I was wondering why I'm getting two sounds. All right, here we go.
And David L. Lander, Squiggy, was one of the voices of that Garfield Christmas. I was shocked. I'm a big on Garfield Christmas this year. All right, Sean, it's been so long since we've seen you. You've been
Konnichiwa. Arigato.
He's fluent now. So you went to Japan for an appearance with Norman Reedus. That's, I think, where we left off.
Yes.
How did it go?
I mean, it was successful in regards to money, attendance. I mean, it was crazy. It was a lot of work.
Not to pry, but do Japanese promoters have much more money than American promoters?
Well, it wasn't really, the promoter didn't have to, they have to pay obviously all the expenses. That's not cheap. But we had a guarantee that he well exceeded, so they didn't come out of pocket. So
yeah, I mean, there is huge interest, and it looks like there's interest in Boondock Saints, not just Walking Dead. There, is that right?
Yeah, Sean did really well too. Yeah, it's got a real cult following over there.
You represented both of them, right? Long before there was a Walking Dead.
Yeah, before Walking Dead, I was working with them. Yeah.
It's funny, Ron Jeremy, who has a cameo in Boondock Saints. I always see people bring over pictures from that movie to sign. It is sort of one of those big cult movies. Sure. Did you at least enjoy yourself in Japan?
Yeah, I had a good time. I mean, I didn't do a whole lot. So exhausted by the time I got back to the hotel every night. Plus, they had us at a hotel that was seriously like 45 minutes from the venue. So every morning and night, back and forth, you were just like, God, just get me back, And by the time you got back, you just want to get some food and pass out.
Yeah. Do they think that like it's better to keep you away from the event, and that's why they do that? I mean,
I said, why are we staying so far away? And they said, because it's the nicest hotel in Tokyo. And they wanted to put everybody at like the nicest hotel. I mean, it's nice. It is really nice.
Johnny Depp's first convention appearance too, right?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. And I imagine he did well. I mean, had to.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In fact, they had to refund a bunch because he couldn't get through everybody. Like he didn't know, you got to kind of go quicker, Right. He's trying to be nice and talk to everybody and give them a moment, but it's like, dude, you need to. So
that's one of the hardest things about your business in general. Some of your guests, you have to shut the line down by 3:00 because there's no way, Matthew Lillard, obviously comes to mind, Norman as well, but it's just no way to get to everybody. You try to be nice, but it is a tough, it's a tough thing. All right. A lot of people in the comments, and question for Sean, you're an OC kid. Is the sushi in Japan as good as the sushi in Southern California?
I don't eat sushi, so I'm not the guy to ask.
I had a hunch you did it. I don't really either.
I'm not a fish guy, period. Well, I see a lot of people are distraught over my hair being flat. I just got out of the shower. I was playing basketball for the first time in a long time. Got an injury. You can see a little peeking through.
Sean,
we fell on the concrete.
We're too old for that.
I'm realizing that.
You play basketball in your neighborhood, like in your hood?
Yeah. As you mentioned, Nay's family's here, and we went over there and got a game of 2-on-2 going. Her brother and her dad, and it was me and Nay versus them.
Yeah. Is Nay good at Is
No.
Nay good at basketball? No.
No, but she was, she was helping.
Mhm. Okay.
But do I
don't
think
know.
Johnny Depp will do more conventions? I doubt it.
So you said that in your post, and I was wondering what do you base it on?
And me and Johnny right there.
Very cool.
Oh.
What do you think? Because he's a nice guy. He likes people. I thought that would be good for him.
I was stoked to meet this guy, a guy that hasn't done any shows in the U.S. And you're like, well, who is that guy?
Yeah.
You ever see this movie? This is him, Ichi the Killer.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I definitely would never recognize the face.
Yeah.
So why do you think Johnny Depp will not do it again?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I when you see what you're there with all these big stars. There's a lot of big stars of the show, right? Sebastian Stan and Reedus and I'm trying to think who some of the bigger names were there. Christopher Lloyd and Sean Astin and I had John Bernthal there, and then you just see like this completely different environment around Johnny, like a entourage of like 8 people that move with him everywhere he moves, and it just seemed like this was not his world at all. And I just a lot of celebrities do stuff in Japan because they don't think anybody in the United States will ever hear that they're doing it. You know what I mean?
Commercial.
So I kind of feel like he was doing that, like thinking nobody in the States will even know I'm doing this. So who knows?
I mean, obviously people in the States would want him to do it, but I mean, talk about crazy lines and can't be cheap.
There were some fans that came from the U.S. just to get him because they didn't know if he'd ever do it again.
Yeah.
So I got some new acquisitions you might see behind me that might interest you. Over there.
Hold on.
You see those 2 guys?
Wednesday, pay attention and identify these acquisitions. I see dinosaurs. Is that the acquisitions?
Yes.
All right, Wednesday, where do we know those dinosaurs from?
I can't really see. I'm blind.
I see them. I mean, knowing Sean, it's got to be something cool like Ice Pirates.
Are those Land of the Lost?
Now that's cool. Yeah.
That is the original Dopey stop motion figure. That's Dopey and Grumpy.
No way.
Yeah.
Mm.
You can tell the little one looks like it, but the bigger one looks almost a little too good.
There's a little bit like let me see if I can find it. This is a book on all the Land of the Lost stop motion stuff. But there's Grumpy eating a dinosaur. That's him right there. And then
you
Dopey.
should get him at one of the conventions.
Let's see.
Let's get a dude in a dinosaur costume pretending to be him and sign shit.
There's Dopey. Remember Dopey?
It's right there.
He was one of the 7
and that's him right there. He's pretty small.
If Sid Croft wanted you to display him, would you do it?
Yeah, I would. As long as it's local.
It's harder to knock that over than it was the picture on the easel.
I'd put it in a case like this. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty
They're
cool.
in surprisingly amazing condition because apparently the rubber the guy used, it's a kind of rubber that just lasts.
Always use a rubber.
True.
Yeah.
A lot of people excited by the.
There will be a video.
I hope so. Yeah.
Eventually.
Right. Like if it was Jurassic Park, to me that wouldn't be cool. That's how I knew if Sean had it, it had to be something cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that wacky new shit.
There was a question for Sean from Jeff. Here it is. Sean, any timeline when we could possibly see a new Things with 2 heads? Happy holidays to you and Nay.
I was texting with Chris about it today. I'm just trying to get his nailed down. Like, I just want to record an episode. And he's like, well, let's do a live. I'm like, if we do a live, we need time to promote it. We need to pick a day. and we just keep going back and forth. It's not for a lack of trying.
You guys should fight on live television.
I'm thinking about it.
You could. After the basketball, he's been training. So
I watched this channel on Instagram called Redneck Brawl.
Yeah.
And I think you guys would be perfect for it.
Sean, mask with a nose behind you?
You talking about this?
Maybe
that?
That's pretty cool. That must be it.
That's from my movie, Black Waters of Echo's Pond, the Goat Man. So,
can we make a new Land of the Lost episode with those? I don't think he has the rights to it, but he does have Dopey.
Look at Lawton, like headshot in there and everything. That's my buddy Lawton. You guys know Lawton, right?
Oh, that was his?
That was Lawton, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How was I supposed to know that a Vegas shooter? Now I see it, but that's a handsome picture of him. That's, that's not the rugged guy that I see.
Yeah, that's like 20 years ago. Have you we've talked about his Vegas shooter handle before? We talked about that.
I don't think so, but after the country event, I don't think it's a good name.
That has been his, because he's a photographer and he lives in Vegas. So Vegas Shooter is his website, and that has been his business name for years. And then that shooting happens and they call him the Vegas Shooter. And then he starts getting people telling him how insensitive he is and he needs to change his name. And he's like, I've established this for like fucking 20 years, suck a dick. I ain't changing the name.
Just like Anthrax when they were going to change their name or weren't going to change their name.
Yeah, he stood his ground.
I think I asked Frank Bello on the show if he was mad that during COVID that it was bigger than Anthrax. I can't remember what he said. He had a good sense of humor. I know that. Any new Horrors Hallowed Grounds coming before the end of the year?
Well, there's a Hollywood's Hallowed Grounds, which, I actually think I just left the old Horrors Hallowed Grounds logo on it, but it's not a horror movie. It's 3 o'clock high. And that one is actually going to come out, I think, maybe this weekend. Here's what happened. So lately, YouTube has gotten even stricter on their copyright stuff. For whatever reason, you used to be able to put a little bit of a song and then you'd get flagged, right? Well, I've been getting flagged, believe it or not, for my own goddamn theme song because Al, our guitar player, registered it with like CD Baby. Right. And every time I put up a new episode, I get a copyright strike and I have to dispute it. And since CD Baby seems like they have nobody that actually works there, they don't do anything. It sits for 30 days and then it gets released. So I have to sit on my episode for 30 days to wait for it to get dropped, and then I can put it up. Because you can't trust YouTube to give you that money that they're holding, because seems like they never do.
I don't believe they do.
Yeah.
I had the same problems. My theme song is registered through CD Baby, and that's where the album was distributed. And I started having the same problem. So I actually went to CD Baby and just released it. I don't care if people want to play my song in their video or do whatever they want with it. It wasn't that big a deal. So I released it so that I could actually use it on my own, even though I wrote it, use it on my show. And then also Instagram. I didn't have access to sharing it on Instagram stories. So I had to go through a whole process to change that. So.
Well, Al has said he was going to do that, but he's just never gotten around to doing it. I got to bug him about it again because I don't have access to it because he's the one who registered it. But it sucks that I'm getting flagged for our own friggin' song.
Yeah, it's a strange.
You look really tired, Wednesday. You look like you're going to pass out.
No, I'm reading. I'm trying to read these comments. No, I'm all right. No.
He's probably having an edible treat. Let's see here. I'm trying to read all these.
I see this thing. No, on the other side by the Freddy hand and Sam is that Leatherface. Well, those are both Sam. That's Sam. That's the inside of the animatronic head, and that is what's inside that. Those are both animatronic heads. I don't think
I remember this. Yeah.
Well, I just got that recently.
You represent him too, don't you?
Yeah.
Sam?
Yeah.
Sean, what's the rest of the year like for you? Are you done with conventions?
Yeah. I just got to go to my mom's for Christmas. So I do have to travel one more time, but I don't have any convention. Next convention's Hollywood show.
You
So
have
you're
those are
gonna
some
be
of your
there?
yeah, we're gonna be there for sure. Some of your people, right? I saw James Remar.
James Remar and Adrian Barbeau.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do Saturday only. I did that just so I don't have to stay the night. I can just drive up, do it, and go home.
I thought that was I think that's a strong lineup, this Hollywood show.
It's
Plus
the best
Friday,
one.
the last Friday was not good at that show.
No,
So
I sometimes like to go in and get a couple people, but also you got to take 2 nights to get the hotel rate. So for me, it was worth it. But I like some of these. This reminds me of the Beverly Garland days. A lot of the people at that show, including Adrian Barbeau, remind me of that classic age. And people there like William Catt and Todd Bridges and the Hunter reunion. That's the kind of stuff. I think we've grown so big in conventions, Sean, you know better than anyone. Now you have all these massive Comic-Cons and expos that you're not going to get to meet the cast of Annie at those things. There's no way, or Todd Bridges. So I think that the good thing about Hollywood shows, you still get to meet some of these pop culture figures who maybe wouldn't have a line all day.
I used to rep Todd Bridges. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm actually looking at the lineup right now because I haven't looked at it. I don't remember there being anybody I was excited about.
Steve Gutenberg.
Man, those are all people I've met.
I've met most of these people, but I always have more stuff. I have 2 Drew Struzan prints from Police Academy to get signed.
C. Thomas Howell. Have you met him already?
Who?
C. Thomas Howell.
I know C. Thomas Howell. I know him really well. So actually the 2 people from New Zoo Review, I think that's kind of rad. I have an album.
Will C. Thomas Howell sign Soul Man pictures?
Oh, I don't think they'll have that.
Let's just say I bring one. Will you be able to arrange this?
I don't think you're going to have a problem.
Oh, that's cool that Louis Teague is there, the director of Alligator and Cat's Eye and Cujo.
Yeah, I thought that too. I kind of like when you get the directors. So if you get a Cujo piece, you could get him.
When did they add Maria Conchita Alonso?
I think I just saw that one added the other day.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I liked Running Man. Vampire's Kiss. That's what she's Alva. Am I getting through to you, Alva?
I have Short Circuit posters signed by Ali Sheedy that need G.W. Bailey and Steve Gutenberg. So, and there's some interesting people here that, like, Jackie Joseph. You're not going to see her, in Tokyo.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody in here that I'm super pumped about, but I mean, there's a couple I'll get a couple things signed. I mean, there's a couple of those what I would practically just call extras from Back to the Future. I can add a few names to my Back to the Future poster if I wanted to.
Nicholas Guest is a big one for me because he's in Christmas. Nicholas Guest, Christopher Guest's brother. He's Todd in Christmas Vacation, married to Julia Louis-Dreyfus. And I've never seen this guy do a show, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Do you know if anyone's ever made a Cat's Eye figure of that little goblin in the about the Drew Barrymore
the segment. Troll. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a resin kit, like a garage kit of that character. I've seen it looked pretty good as I remember, but nobody's made like recently a good one or anything.
Yeah, I've never seen one. I'd be cool to have one of those.
I actually reached out to the little person who played that character to try to get him to do a convention, and they didn't answer me.
Maybe they couldn't get to the phone. They're so little. They took them.
He's like trying to reach
it. He's like
get it.
Climbing up the bed. Those little 3 fingers.
Speaking of little people, how did Shorty do at the convention? You got him to do his first appearance.
He killed it.
Yeah,
he did really well.
Do you think he'll do it again? Did he like it?
Yeah,
that's good news.
I'm working on lining up some stuff for him.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if people haven't done one of these things, it's tricky to explain. And I was talking to you, Sean, to messages. I've been talking to Jake E. Lee about doing it, and there's obviously demand. He's never done it, and I love Zach Wilde, but the Jake is the living Aussie guitar player. He's the guy. And when I was speaking to him, he was telling me he has really bad arthritis, and he said so bad that it hurts when he signs checks and things. So I'm trying to talk to him about, could he do like a Tim Curry kind of thing where he has pre-signed things and he does photo? It's a strange situation.
I just don't feel like he's a big enough name for that to be worth it. But
and they want him on their Aussie records. You know what I mean? Like, so if he can't sign those things, so we'll see what happens. I'm talking to him more about it.
Oh, I see Lawton asking me, no Christmas party this year. Yeah, we made the decision to pass. We could have
finding out for the first time now.
Yeah,
waiting by the mailbox for the invitation. But you're traveling with your family, right?
Yeah, we were talking about trying to do it this weekend. Or no, excuse me. Was it last weekend or was it this weekend? We were going to try to do it last weekend. And then we wanted to try to do it while her parents were here, but they leave Friday. And we wanted to do it on a Saturday, but then we got to leave to my mom's. And it just turned into, we've just been so busy. It was like, you know what? We didn't even do a tree this year. We've been so busy. It's just,
I usually buy a tree and just to throw away, and I didn't even do that.
I got two this year. I got the Grinch tree, where it looks like it's kind of bent at the top, and then I got another 9-foot tree. I always overdo it.
Yeah. Why did somebody put R.I.P. James Woods?
I think because of his political stuff.
That's what it is. Yeah.
He didn't pass.
No.
He said nice things about Rob Reiner.
He said very nice things. Yeah. I mean, in this day and age, it'd be nice where you could have your political beliefs, but also have some normal compassion. But I guess that's a lot to ask for.
I've been talking to him about doing a convention. I had him real close a couple times. He told me to keep trying. He's actually a super nice guy. I don't agree with him politically either, but he's an incredibly nice guy.
I've met him multiple times, and he's incredibly nice. He plays poker in the World Series of Poker, and so I've seen him in Vegas at those poker events, and he just hangs out and talks to everybody, and is, and so yeah, politics aside,
was he still smoking? Was he smoking cigarettes?
No, he wasn't.
Good.
I don't know if I
must have learned from Cat's Eye.
I don't think if he did, I don't think he actually smokes anymore. I think he quit a long time ago.
Good, because Cat's Eye, that was his whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
This video is going around of Jimmy Page using the stamp to sign autographs. It's an older video.
Tracks.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing it anymore, but he did have a book, and he did. The funny thing about the stamp he used was each one took him a while. He had to prep it and then hold it in a certain place and then push it, and it was like, in that
Probably
time,
more work.
It was way more work. I don't think that people are going to be looking for the Jake Ely stamp. I don't think
somebody asking if I have any Eric Carr autographs. I got to pull out I got a few. I got right here. I got the binder. Here comes the binder.
He's got that stuff ready to go.
That stuff I can pull out right away. Let's see. Eric Carr autograph. Here's one. Hold on. Here's one. Non-makeup, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. No,
there's one.
Stands the Fox. I don't have any Eric Carr autographs. I did see his final show.
You saw his final show?
Yeah, it was Madison Square Garden with Winger, and I can't remember who the other band was.
Here's the other one.
Nice, yeah.
It's in silver, so.
Sean, I tried my best to get you to come to the Kiss cruise, and I will say at the end of the day, I don't think you missed it.
I watched the footage, and I was not impressed.
It just wasn't.
Let's see.
Had that event been on a boat, maybe it would have been a little more exciting because you're trapped together. But because it was in this hotel with non-Kiss folk, I didn't find it to be all that exciting. Wednesday, I don't think you would have liked it either.
Yeah, I watched some footage of it, but I still would have liked to have been there, though.
It wasn't just their performances, just the overall event at times was. That looks good.
Yeah, there it is. There.
Yeah, makeup era. Let's see. People have asked me to do this a lot. Rank the National Lampoon vacation films. I always rank them in the order they were released. Sean, do you rank the vacation movies differently than that?
In order of release?
Yeah, well, that's how I go. They say, which is your favorite? So I think it's the first one, then European, then Christmas, then Vegas for me.
I think I agree with that.
Wednesday? Yeah. I mean,
agree.
especially when I saw Christmas Vacation as a kid, I was disappointed. I was like, this isn't a vacation movie. It's not R-rated, and they don't go on a vacation and they don't play Holiday Road. Now that I've seen it a million times, I let it be, tradition. But I don't think it was Faster Pussycat the night I went. I just can't remember. Maybe it was the Bullet Boys, but it wasn't.
I heard you guys talking about Gil Gerard.
Yes. Have you met Gil Gerard?
Yes. I don't have a single thing signed by him. I was not a huge Buck Rogers fan, believe it or not. It's funny is I watched it as a kid and I liked Tweaky. But I wasn't really a big fan. I was a Battlestar Galactica guy. I was more into that. So
I liked Battlestar a lot also, and a lot of similarities. Buck Rogers also, it like when you get to like the second season, it gets a little rough. It jumps the Tiger Man at one point. It's like some of the stuff
You
can
think
be
that Buck Rogers and Battlestar Galactica, the way fans are, like you were into that, which is a good show. A lot of people like that. But a lot of people couldn't like both because they would like the other one better. Is it like Game of Thrones and the show Vikings coming out around the same time? People go, well, this one's better. And like, well, I can't watch that one because I watched this one. Is it like that? They canceled each other out.
I like both. I was fine with it.
I just thought one was good and one wasn't. I mean, to me, Battlestar looked futuristic, where Buck Rogers looked a little too retro future, and I didn't
But
think
the ladies were way hotter. And you also don't like Aaron Gray.
I do not like Aaron Gray.
So that's why
I didn't know if that was private or not.
Why? So you're kind of out of.
But even
really
as a kid, though, I didn't know in the future I was going to have issues with her. But I disagree on the women were hotter on Buck Rogers, because what's her face? What was the one chick?
Cassiopeia?
Yes.
She was pretty
Was that
hot.
her name?
Yeah, on Battlestar.
Yeah, the one that nobody's ever. She kind of disappeared.
Yeah, one is Anne Lockhart, I think is her name.
Well,
but that's not that one. It's a blonde.
No. Hold up.
Hold on.
I actually have an 8x10 of her. Hold on. But it's not signed. But I do have an 8x10 of the one I'm talking about. I had a big crush on this one. Hold on.
1978 it began, Battlestar Galactica.
I can't remember her name, but this one.
Hold on, I got to go back and look. Wait. All right.
Her.
Yeah, I thought that's the Lockhart. No?
No, that's not Lockhart.
Is there a signature on that picture?
No.
Okay.
No, I have an 8x10 of Lockhart, I think, somewhere.
Hold on. List of cast and characters.
I'll know the name as soon as you say it.
Let's see.
Dude, here. Okay, yeah, because here's a cast photo. That's Lockhart.
Hold on, let me look. Right. Cassiopeia was Lorette Spangs. That's one on the end.
Yeah,
So,
that's that one. It's this girl.
Sheba? Yeah, no, Sheba is Anne Lockhart.
Yeah.
And then it says somebody named, that might be a man, Terry Carter.
I'll find it. As soon as her name was like, it was like a planet name or something. Hold on. Anybody in Athena? Yeah, somebody said Athena. That was who it was.
All right, I can't find her. Oh, there she is, Lieutenant Athena, played by Maren Jensen. That's a deep one. Yeah, Maren Jensen. Probably hasn't been heard out again. She was married for a little while, and She kept her relationship private. She was living in the New York metro area and has been visiting LA because of business. She has a daughter and a stepson. So she looks like she stopped. She was on the Love Boat twice and Fantasy Island.
Let's see. Let me see if that's what is her name?
Maren Jensen.
Yeah, but she's like the only one that like she just disappeared. Like, because everybody's like, whatever happened to her? She never did conventions or anything. But she's like the only signature I'm missing on that that photo. She was in the Wes Craven movie, Chiller and Invitation to Hell.
Let's see here.
I think.
There's a lot of pop culture. Sam Jones is already in his 70s. Still need more flash done. We got to hurry. Although I think that guy will do every show. I think he'll die at a convention.
Who?
Sam Jones.
Oh, yeah. He actually asked me to rep him.
Did you not see the potential?
Oh, she was in Deadly Blessing. That's right. She was in Deadly Blessing. And was she in? She was on Hardy Boys. That's right.
I didn't ignore your message. Wednesday, she was saying she threw your doll on stage. He or
that
she.
Was a good one. I remember it.
At Halloween, yeah.
I have it. I think it's in the other room, in the room I stick Troy in when he visits.
Yes. Let's see here. Sean, I see your local mall is closing down. Is it gone already?
The one that I did the video on?
Yeah.
That was the last day it was open. So, yeah, that was in October.
Malls are kind of a thing of the past, unfortunately. Here in Vegas.
Not in Europe.
No, it's bigger there still?
I went to ended up in a lot of malls on this last tour, and I was talking to the band about it. I'm like, man, malls are still a big deal over here. It's like old school, super packed all day long.
Did you go to the one in Manchester?
I was going to ones like in Germany and like Sweden and like all over places. I don't know if I went to one in the UK. But
the one in Manchester, well, not only was one of the most badass malls I've ever been to, it was packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems like all that stuff over there still got the mall vibe we used to have over here.
I think a lot of it has to do with shitty weather too.
Well,
like
Vegas,
you want to get inside.
The weather's horrible in Europe. Like really.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's why you want to be inside.
Yeah.
Vegas is doing these outdoor malls as the thing. A lot of places are doing it, but it's 120 degrees here. I mean, sometimes
the weather's kind of awful everywhere except for California.
Let's see.
Somebody asked if I have autographs from Parker Stevens, Sean Cassidy, and Pamela Sue Martin. Yes, I do.
Wow, look at that.
I got both my Hardy Boys dolls signed by Sean and Parker, and then I have an 8x10 signed by Pamela.
Sean, did you eat the Grinch fries?
Did you see the picture of Danzig's refrigerator online?
I saw it. Yeah.
There's a murder doll sticker on it.
You have it?
Everybody kept sending it to me going, hey, dude, your sticker's on it. I'm like, what? I didn't understand why people kept sending it to me, but then I had to zoom in on it. But
that's cool that Danzig had the murder doll sticker on his. Sean, have you tried the Grinch fries?
What's that?
They did a McDonald's made a Happy Meal, a Grinch Happy Meal. Okay. And it's kind of the usual that we keep seeing. It's nonsense that you could get anywhere, a Big Mac or nuggets. But you get a pair of Grinch socks. There's 3 colors, and then socks. Yeah.
At McDonald's.
And then you get Grinch dill pickle salt shaker. It's basically green salt. You pour it in the bag with your fries. You shake it up, and that's the whole thing. I thought we would do it on the show, but then I just thought, anyone really want to see green salt? It's not very exciting. And Wednesday won't eat a Big Mac.
I do have
a little one.
I do have a new McDonald's Japan food video coming up with bonus Wendy's. Tried a couple desserts at Wendy's and some weird drink that I got out of a vending machine at the convention. in the back like hallways area, they had all these vending machines, and there was this one drink that it was a corn drink. It was corn, and they said, yeah, it's a hot drink. And I was like, that sounds disgusting, but I'm interested. And one of the employees bought me one, and I said, okay, I'll video me trying it. And it was literally corn soup in a can.
Oof.
It was actually really good. If you like,
Really?
I mean, it was warm. It was basically like you made corn soup and you just drank it out of a can. I mean, it was weird.
Were you expecting it to be warm?
Well,
It's
you
like
could
cream,
tell.
It's like cream corn.
Well, that's what it's like cream corn. But that's what I said to
Oh.
them. I said, is it a hot drink? And they said, yeah. I'm like, oh, interesting.
When in
Ugh.
Japan. Yeah, I enjoyed Sean's McDonald's video. Can you give us a spoiler alert or a little? Did you find anything interesting?
There was definitely different shit. There was this thing, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like it's some sort of fried patty, and inside it had macaroni, cheese, shrimp, and some sort of sauce on it. I didn't love it. I mean, I took a few, and it was on like one of those Bayo buns, so really spongy bun.
Scott Baio has his own buns.
Yep.
I've heard everything.
It was called the Chachi.
The Chachi. Thank you.
Chachi fries.
10 new members today. Thank you.
Joni sauce. Chachi fries.
And then there was there was a deep fried, like their pies.
Mhm.
There was a deep fried triple cheese and beef stew pie.
Did they have hair pie?
No,
they sell wigs for that. Merkins, they're called.
Remember on Revenge of the Nerds?
yeah, I remember.
Hair pie.
You guys watch Count Yorga movies ever?
No,
I don't remember it that well.
I
know the name.
I know of it, but I'm not really a fan of. I'm not really a fan of those Hammer type movies.
I'm not either. I want to
Sean,
be.
Did you get the Christmas tree cakes this year?
I haven't seen them.
They've been sold out around here.
I got 2 boxes of them. I've made them last. I've only had 2 so far. I'm spacing them out.
I might go buy one just because since her family's here, I know I won't eat them all. We can just,
Right.
They got them at
Safety in
Aldi's.
numbers.
Yeah.
Me and Michelle try to make a rule where if we order a treat or we get a snack, we share it. We can't each have our own. We're trying to enforce that. Especially like Disney.
Oh, there were some interesting sauces for the nuggets, a couple different types of sauces, and I didn't know because they weren't in English. I didn't know what they were until later when I translated them after I ate them.
You tried them at least. Yeah.
I tried them. Yeah. I was way off on what they were supposed to be.
Sounds like a fun video. Sean, which celebrity has charged the most for an autograph at a convention you've been at, and how much?
I think. Well, I mean,
Mel Gibson, maybe.
I think Stallone was 500.
Oh, Mark Hamill too.
Mark Hamill's 500. Yeah. But I mean, if you go to a sports convention, those will just blow all that out of the water. Because sports guys, they'll charge, like a Tom Brady will charge $1,500 to sign a helmet or something.
That's who I was thinking.
Wow.
It's I mean, some of the convention prices have gotten insane. I think when the smaller people start charging crazy money is when it gets weird. I think Michael Biehn is a prime example of somebody who's charging too much. To think that he's $100 autograph,
is he up to 100 now?
I think he's doing 100 for one and 80 for the other for the photo. It's crazy. It's just way too much money.
So somebody wrote in the comment, D's Nuggets. That's a great name for a brand of nuggets somewhere. Like try new Burger King's D's Nuggets.
Like with D. Schneider could be the spokesperson.
D's,
it should be D's
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
or Rick D's Nuggets.
Sean, I saw Bruce Dickinson at the SteelCon. I saw pictures of it, and he was wearing. He had the strangest hat on. He was wearing
sweet hat, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. It was an interesting one. You can't be everywhere at once. I'll tell you that. You have clients all over the world, literally all over the world.
Yeah, that was a tough weekend. I had Bruce and Geezer and D at Steel City, and then I had Lillard and Skeet and the Scream people and a couple others in Ohio at GalaxyCon. I had Kristana Loken at a show in Germany, and then I was in Tokyo with those three guys.
Wow.
So it was a profitable weekend. I will say that. That's why you see dinosaurs and new things.
Do you think it like that, Sean? Do you go, okay, I'm going to make this much for that weekend. I can add a new edition. Do you?
No, I don't really think like that. I mean, it's nice though. It's a nice safety net. I did just pick something else nobody knows. I did just win something at an auction recently. I'll tell you guys afterwards. Pretty cool. Pretty cool piece.
Nice.
I can't really hide these. I guess I could have covered them, but those will be in upcoming videos eventually. But yeah, I got something new. I don't know what Danielle Harris charges.
I think she's charging in that range also, which is also insane.
I'm not working with her anymore. I walked away from that one.
Was pricing part of it, or just?
That's been an issue that I have brought up, but I have nothing to. Although I heard she says agents set the prices. I was like, well, that's interesting. Tell me more about that. But you know, she can say what she wants to say, I guess. I have never set her prices. If anything, I've had talks with her about her being too high. But
I have that talk with Wednesday. Yeah, I have that talk with Wednesday all the time. Not about prices. But yeah, she's crazy with her pricing. It makes no sense.
Somebody's asking about the Killer Clowns masks at prop store. Bebo. I don't know which one's Bebo. There was a Slim and there was a Fatso. I actually bid on the Slim. It got up to 100,000, and I said it's just not worth it. So I stopped. Somebody went to like 125 on it, and that's without like taxes and the
right.
I really wanted it, but I thought to myself, it's like at some point you have to think in terms of an investment. Like, are you ever going to be able to sell it for more than this? And those clown heads are foam. They're going to rot. They're going to deteriorate, So, that's something you have to think about.
We should play a game called Will Wednesday Eat It? We play that game all the time. We played at the fair. You don't miss it. You won't eat anything is the answer.
Yeah, I tried chicken fried rice yesterday. I was supposed to tell you guys.
For the first time?
Chicken fried rice.
I think so, yeah.
It's good. It's good, right?
I ate a couple bites of it. I didn't like it. I still can't do it.
But it's just friggin' rice and chicken together.
You like fried rice without the chicken?
It was just I didn't like it was not my favorite. It wasn't bad.
So weird.
I am so weird.
Last night at Knott's, I tried they had it was a corn dog they called it like Thanksgiving stuffing batter. So it tasted like a corn, it tasted almost like just like a regular corn dog, but a little sweeter. It was pretty good, actually, surprisingly.
We went to Knott's last Christmas. I didn't really love it. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, we always enjoy it. I go every year. I mean, it's not as great as their Halloween Haunt thing or anything, but it's just nice, especially when you're not doing anything Christmassy, like we're not doing a tree or anything. It's cool to go and see it all, the lights and the decorations and watch the Snoopy on Ice show and all that crap.
Yeah, it's kind of fun and tradition. I mean, we started Christmas like November 1st. We went to all the Disney Christmas parties in November. So by now, we've done so much Christmas that the year's almost over, and then next year back to work.
I will say I had one of the best steaks I've ever had in Tokyo. The first night, me and Norman and Bernthal went in the hotel restaurant. They had a, what's it called? Teppanyaki place.
Like the grill where they cook it.
Yeah, they do it right in front of you. And we're all like, we're looking at the menu and we can't really read the prices, and so we each got like the Wagyu beef, like steak, which was probably that big, right? I got the bill and then I went and just, well, how much is that yen in US dollars? It was a $287 steak.
Now, Sean, I got to ask you the big question, the $287 question. You're eating with two of your clients who you get a lot of work. They're both, I would assume, wealthy. Who picks up the bill?
Well, it's funny is I actually offered to, and then the waiter who didn't speak very good English got confused and he gave us each separate ones. And I was like, oh, I'll do it. And we kind of just went back and forth and we each ended up buying our own. And then when I told Norman how much the thing was, he goes, nah, dude, that must have been for everything. And I said, no, but you guys bought it too. We all three paid. It was $287 just for mine. So anyway, whatever. It was so good though. Like melt in your mouth. Like the next night we were talking, we should get that steak again. I'm like, man, $287 it was good, but it ain't that good, Yeah.
How many Norman Reedus autographs does it take to? Never mind.
It is only like 2 autographs, maybe, but for him,
It's
still remember that
sometimes.
steak forever now. It's your best steak, probably the most expensive. So
definitely one of the best ever.
I never had no $287 steak.
I always go and find good steaks in the Netherlands. I always seem to find the best ones there. Like I had a really good one in Amsterdam last time, and I took the band out on. It was Thanksgiving in Australia. We found like this really cool like barbecue place, so I took everybody out. And,
did you pick up the bill?
I did.
Yeah, that's good. You're
a band Thanksgiving dinner. I did it last year as well. We were on tour, I think around Thanksgiving and or the year before. I can't remember. It was one year we did Cracker Barrel. I'm thinking about going to Cracker Barrel for Christmas.
But you know what was crazy is I ordered a ton of food at McDonald's, right? I accidentally ordered way too much, like by accident. I ordered because I read the menu wrong. They had these things that it like said like potato chicken nuggets is what it like said, but what it was basically chicken nuggets with fries. So I thought I was getting some weird special nuggets. And anyway, I ended up getting like 2 orders of nuggets, 2 orders of fries, a dessert, that pie, a regular burger in case I hated everything. That other sandwich I told you about with the shrimp in it and all this. I got all this stuff. And when I did the total of what it cost in the US, it was only $18.
Wow.
I know. And I'm like, if you were to order that at the McDonald's by my house, that was like $50 worth of stuff,
Sean has dogs. Wednesday and I have cats. I have a new cat. Let's see what else we got here.
Oh, yeah. Somebody asked, do I get paid a percentage of the autographs or do the celebs get the entire price? I work on a 10% basis. Apparently, also in that Danielle Harris interview, she said 15%, which I don't know who's charging her 15, but it wasn't me. I've never charged 15.
Was she talking about you in particular or just agents in general?
She definitely was talking about me at one point. Not in a flattering way.
Did she call you a peacock?
No, but it's there's definitely I'm not saying this is specifically her, but I see your Gil Gerard doll there. Rest in peace, Gil Gerard. I will say that when you are at a show, right, and say it's me and I have 10 clients there, one of them is Matthew Lillard, okay, let's just say, and somebody like her can easily do the math in her head what I'm making that weekend, and it's far more than she's making, and she's the star. That doesn't sit well with a lot of people when they think about that. Like, how is this guy making more than me? and I'm the celebrity. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And and again, I'm not saying that this is, I got the vibe that from some things, some comments she made in that interview that I'm talking about. And, whatever, hate is gonna hate. Am I right, kids?
It's a bummer because I relate. Working in the music industry, there were times I was making more money than some musicians, and people would say, well, he doesn't write songs and play the songs, which is why I eventually started doing that too. But being a manager or agent, it's a different set of skills, and it's not one that you can compare. You go, well, I did this or I did that. If you got to get in that convention, well, you better have an agent who can get you in, who can make that call, get you in, who can set you up, who could put a rep with you, who can honestly collect your money, count your money, deal with the people. It's a job, and it's a job that deserves a percent. Now, is it your fault that you represent some big names? No, in fact, you want to be in with that person who has those connections. But I see it all the time. People wonder what I make compared to what someone else. And you can't think like that. You got to think about, this is what I was in this Halloween movie or two, and I'm happy that I'm making X amount of dollars. She's overcharging. But at the end of the day, you can't worry about, because Sean represents somebody who sells out a show. You got to know your value.
Charge enough. I'm going to go opposite on you guys. I don't think she charges enough.
There you go.
I think she should charge more.
See, it'd be smart if she just charged like 1,000 on autographs. She could do whatever. Like 20 autographs and then go home.
Billy D. Williams style.
Yeah. I think she should charge more. That's what I think.
It says Daniel Harris defended Tony Moran, so I don't take what she says seriously.
Yeah, she backtracked on that when she got heat for it too.
Sean, do you have the Fright Rags Nightmare on Elm Street medicine bottle?
I do not.
It sits back there, and people think I have a pill problem, but
I didn't even know they sold that.
What is it?
This is a
candy.
It's a candy, and it's from Valley Drugs.
Hypnosil.
Yeah, Hypnosil. That's the medicine, and it's made out to Nancy Thompson. And anyway, it is like a $5 or $6 item, but
that's actually kind of cool. I didn't know they did that.
Huh. I sort of like prop replica things that are just silly. Okay, let's see. I'd pay Danielle $30 to sign Top's Don't Tell Mom Babysitter's Dead.
Somebody's saying, do you have a one-on-one poster signed? You mean one-on-one, the Robbie Benson movie? Is that what you're talking about?
Look, anything's possible.
That's we're talking about basketball. I do not. I do like that movie though.
If that's what it is, that's a deep.
And Robbie's a really nice guy. You know, Robbie is married to, her name escapes me, but she's the one in the music video with Meatloaf, the dashboard lights.
Yeah, she's
the one saying, do you love him? When he's, the whole back and forth. That's her. And I met her at a convention I was at with Meatloaf at, and Robbie was there with her because that's her husband. So he's really nice. She's really nice too.
He's the beast. Wednesday, they want to know: would you eat an egg roll?
I don't even know what's in an egg roll.
Sometimes we could do this show for 2 hours or so, and then all the way at the end, I'm shocked.
You've never had an egg roll?
Absolutely
He's like, I don't
not.
want no eggs.
I like eggs. I'm actually probably going to make some eggs for
Carla. Yeah, Carla DeVito. That's her. Yeah.
Let's see here. So no on the egg roll. You've never had an egg roll Wednesday? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, normally I would say it's nothing, no big deal, but I don't know.
Somebody's saying cheapest consig is $50. That's not true. I still got some that are just 20.
Yeah.
So again, it depends on the person. The talent sets the price, not the agent. You can keep saying that the agent. I mean, I can recommend a price. I recommend prices to people like, hey, I think you should probably be around this. But at the end of the day, we work for them,
It's a cop-out that the celebrities use. They blame the convention.
Yeah. Good
blame
cop,
the convention too. Yeah, listen, it's not me. The convention said I got to charge. That's a big one because they don't want to admit it.
Yeah. Yeah,
John,
yeah.
do you like it when your clients tell you, "You work for me"? Remember that. Does that help the relationships?
That really builds morale and motivates me.
But I think I've seen a lot of Sean's clients, and I've seen Sean interact with them, and I think everyone I've seen is very grateful to get their piece and has no problem paying Sean a commission to
Well,
make it.
the only one who's really done that to me is Wednesday. Yeah, he's like, you
remember,
work
you
for
work for me,
me.
pal.
Yeah,
Look, I'll talk to you in a minute.
I'm talking
he's
to
a
a
touch
fan.
of
Sean,
Look, I'm
you
talking
sit
to a
down and
fan.
you
You'll
wait.
wait over there.
Yeah.
You work for me, pal. Don't forget.
Yeah, let's take Wednesday to a Chinese buffet and make him
That's
try
right. I
stuff.
saw that. Wednesday.
Yeah.
What about Chinese buffet?
That'd be a good video.
I used to go to a Chinese buffet on Christmas every year because the only place that was open in North Carolina, I'd go with my sister, and the only thing I would eat off the buffet would be chicken wings. That's it.
I'm never sure what to.
Somebody
That's it.
says I look
Nothing
like
else.
Mike
Not even
Patton.
not one other thing. Yeah, I just ate chicken wings. They had like
I,
some plain chicken wings, and
I
I
saw
liked
the
them.
Mike Patton comment. Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny is I used to look like Mike Patton, like back in the early Faith No More
Long
days.
hair, Mike Patton.
I got that comment all the time. I don't think I look anything like him now, but
You look like George Patton now, the general.
Patton Oswalt.
Wednesday, can you name 5 items you would eat at a buffet? The answer is no. No pizza, no
I
fries, and
love
chicken
Golden
nuggets.
Corral. There's all kinds of stuff at Golden Corral I could eat at a buffet, but like a Chinese buffet or
No, they're asking a regular one. So Golden Corral, no
yeah,
pizza, no fries, no chicken. What would you have?
no fries or no chicken.
No pizza.
No fries, no chicken, no fun.
I mean, they got all the fixins. They got all potatoes.
Did you say the fixins?
The fixins.
that little
The
what is that?
fixins. You guys
Yeah.
are gonna see that Eastbound and Down show.
Yeah.
They have a whole argument about
about the fixins.
You pick up them fixins.
You've seen the bloopers of that, right?
Yeah, you look what I got. Look what I got.
Yeah.
Let me do that. Look what I got from the show.
That's rad.
Fixins. This is I got this. This is actually from Maria from the show.
All them fixins.
If you know the Eastbound and Down show, season 4, Kenny Powers opens a little mall type little food place called TNT, stands for Taters and Tatas. And this is an actual hat from when they were in business.
Would Wednesday try the state food in New Jersey, a pork roll? Probably
A
not.
pork roll. Why you gotta roll it up?
I don't know if he would do
What's
it.
in it? What are you rolling it up in?
Here's like my Mike Patton lookalike days right here. It's kind of like with the hair like that.
Yeah, that's epic.
See it.
Time.
Trying to get it to focus.
Whoa.
Focus.
You look more like yeah.
Anyway, and I have the shaved sides too, so you can't really tell in that. But
do your
Pike Matten, I like that.
What was it?
Somebody put Pike Matten. Yeah.
Do your girlfriends get mad at you guys talking about chicks like that? Taters and tatas? No, I don't think any of our chicks care what we talk about. I think they're just happy. They think they're just happy we're not talking to them for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't pay attention to me anyway when I'm talking. They don't know what I'm saying.
Sean wants some hair gel for Christmas. I don't use hair gel.
Every now and then I
think
try
I use
to,
hair gel.
every now and then I try to explain something to Michelle, like really deep, like an episode of Different Strokes or something. And I make the point that Wednesday is probably way worse than me because he could really sell with a straight face explaining these things.
I tried so hard. She was not getting it. I was laughing. Like I was laughing I was really trying to sell that Different Strokes episode where they were going to kick Arnold out because he was too young. And she was just, I kept talking about it. And she just was being so nice about it. And she goes, I don't care about this. And I went, are you serious?
definitely a common conversation.
How dare you?
Mhm.
Are you like they're going to be out in the streets? I said, "You're from New York City. You know what it's like."
She hates Christmas. I know
I
that.
said, you know where Park Avenue is, right? They're about to be evicted from that.
Yeah, I've been
She's like, I don't care. This isn't real. I went to you.
since I got these, I've been watching episodes on my laptop as I fall asleep at night in bed. And she's like, "Will you quit watching that stupid Land of the Lost crap?"
It's so weird.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize I am wearing a Knott's Scary Farm shirt. I liked this one a lot, Cinema Slasher. It was a good maze. I think that might have been my favorite one.
Sean definitely has an Angus Scrim autograph, no question.
Oh God, I got tons. I knew him really well. My favorite thing I have from I wish I had the original, but I only have a copy because it was faxed to me. That's how long ago it was. I had written a script. My buddy Mike Lester and I had written the script that Reggie Bannister optioned and wanted to direct. This is like in the late 90s, I think, early 2000s. And he wanted Angus to play a part. And he wrote a letter back praising how good he thought the script was, but he felt that it would do a disservice to the story if the tall man suddenly showed up as this particular character. We weren't trying to, it wasn't supposed to be the tall man, obviously,
Right.
but he felt like he's so recognizable as the tall man that it would take people out of the movie. So that might have been his nice way of saying, "Nah, I don't want to do this shitty film." But he actually said really nice things about the script, like how good he thought it was.
That's pretty cool.
And I have that fax still somewhere. So I could
Ron
probably pull
Jeremy,
it.
Ron Jeremy was going to play one of the parents in Kids. We talked about the movie Kids earlier.
Mhm.
And finally, Larry Clark, the director, said, you know, as soon as you see Ron Jeremy, you break the illusion because it feels like a documentary watching that. And as soon as you
Yeah.
see somebody you recognize, it's over. You don't suspend belief. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of those stories. That
And I agree with that, because when I go to see a horror movie, I would rather see completely unknowns, because it makes you get more into it. If you suddenly see a star, you're immediately, oh, that's so and so. You know,
That's
It's
why
very
the
rare.
originals are so cool, because we didn't know any of these people. We didn't care that they were getting murdered.
but then
It
you
made it
watch
even
these
better.
low budget horror films that have all these the same old B movie
Yeah.
actors in it, and you're immediately out of it. You know.
It's rare you see a movie where an actor is so good he takes you out of it. Johnny Depp in Ed Wood. Never once do I think that's Johnny Depp. I believe that this character of Ed Wood. It's just there's a few of those roles when you see somebody and they just take it on so well. Let's see here. I'm trying to get through some of these.
So many questions.
It's a lot. It's a lot to read. Well, and you've been gone for a long time, and people have been saving them up.
I haven't even done my show in so long.
Yeah, you've been quite international. We when we were in Disney, we rode the Tron ride, and we thought of you, the new 9 Inch Nails Tron ride. And
had you ever ridden it before?
We had done it before. This was the first time under the Tron theme. But if you go to the Christmas parties, Mickey's Magic Christmas, the wait times are nothing because everyone watches parades and things. So we went on it like 3 times in a row. But the Tron thing is not. I mean, the 9 Inch Nails. It's just the
music and the red in the beginning, right? Changes.
Yeah, it's not all that
great.
great.
I watched it online. It's that looked cool. I hope they keep it for a while. I'm going in the beginning of March. So I'm hoping it's still there, but I doubt it. I'm sure they're probably going to change it back.
It's fun to have some difference. Yeah. Sean, do you have favorite haunts besides Knott's?
I mean, every year we go to Knott's and we go to Universal. I don't really have any like local haunts that I go to.
This is a good question. Sean, you auditioned for Spinal Tap. Was Rob Reiner involved in that or no?
No, he wasn't there. I never got to meet him. Massive fan, was totally heartbroken to hear about what happened. I did, however, just out of good luck. I did buy one of those signed copies of the new book, the
Me
Spinal Tap
too.
book. You bought one as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so I'm glad I was able to get an autograph. But I would have loved to have met him, man. I mean, that whole
I'm
thing.
trying to remember if I had met him. I don't think I had. I had met. It's crazy. I met Carol O'Connor and Gene Stapleton, but I don't
Oh,
think I
wow.
met him.
I would have
And
loved to have met Carol O'Connor. I'm
he
such a
was
huge Archie Bunker fan.
he was so cool. You know, there's people like that. You really hope they're going to live up to it, and
Mhm.
he was really, really cool. And but I don't think I got to meet Rob Reiner, and I was a bummer because it seemed like he was a really nice person. Everyone who's met him says good things. And I said before you came on, the saddest part is that people will remember him for this gruesome murder more than his amazing body of work. You know, but all right, let's see.
I thought you were about to say his amazing body.
Yeah, I thought that too. Well, what
Just
is
trying
your?
to make a little laughter here in the sadness.
I'm terrible at answering these kind of questions. Favorite new horror movie? I don't think I've seen a new horror movie. Sean's the expert.
I don't think I've seen a horror movie that I really, really liked in a while. Oh wait, hold on. There was one. Nothing that I would be like, dude, this blew me away. I mean, the best movie I've seen in a while was that One Battle After Another. I just thought that was a great movie. And I really liked the new Tron. Went and saw it twice in IMAX. But horror, I mean, I thought Weapons was okay. I thought Bring Him Back was decent, but there wasn't anything that I walked away with just like stoked. You know, it's been a while.
Yeah,
I watched one on the plane. Was it called Bring Her Back?
It was the one with the kid.
The lady
and he's in the swimming pool.
Yes.
Yeah. It's pretty depressing, isn't it?
Yeah, it was weird. You know what? I didn't really know if I liked the movie, but I liked that lady. She was a good crazy person. I could see her doing more stuff. I believed her.
Well, she was great. I mean, she's from The Shape of Water. She's a great actress. I didn't think Weapons was. I mean, people are going crazy about Weapons and that character. I mean, I
didn't watch it. I hear this.
Right.
This movie, I'm thinking about going to see it. Begonia.
Oh, yeah, it's not really horror, but yeah, I do want to see that. The one where she gets kidnapped.
Everybody, I don't know anything really about it. I just know that I've had about 4 or 5 people recommend it. That normally when I hear them say, "Oh, if they said that's cool, it's probably something I'm going to be into." So,
yeah, I love that Jesse Plemons guy. He's a great actor.
He was in Breaking Bad. I don't know his real name, but that's the guy that played. He was the guy that was Aaron Paul's like rival at the end there.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
He's cool.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I mean, there's a part of me that wants to see it, but I feel like those Frankenstein movies are always terrible.
The lady saw it, said it was awesome. She watched it. They had a girls' night and watched it. I was like, I just can't watch Frankenstein looking like that. It's just
my issue is movies like that. I mean, I have a feeling it's going to look amazing, but it's going to be boring. And there's no real. I mean, we all know the story. How many more times we have to tell it like that? And Nosferatu, I didn't care about seeing that either. I'll probably eventually watch it, but it's going back to those old things, trying to rehash them for the 200th time. I'm not interested. Like if somebody made a new Creature from the Black Lagoon, I'd go see that because nobody's really remade that.
They are making one. They'll probably let us down.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
My friend Tiffany, I think you must know Tiffany Shepis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, her husband wrote the draft of the new Creature movie. I mean, after you write it, you see what happens. But, I would not want to see Guillermo del Toro make that movie. I think after Shape of Water, I'm good. I'd like to see a different take.
Well, originally, John Carpenter was going to do a version, and Rick Baker was going to do the makeup, and I was excited for that, but it never happened.
That would have sounded promising. I think that would have been good. The only movies I've been catching up on these silly kind of horror movies. I watched that Violent Night. I don't even know if that's a horror movie, but I
Not
watched
really.
it online. I was entertained by it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's an action film,
Yeah.
really. I mean, it's trying to think. Yeah, Black Phone 2. I went and saw that. I thought it was lame.
After the first one, I really didn't feel like I needed more. And
I liked the first one.
I thought it was good. I just didn't think I thought it was okay ending it like that.
Yeah.
But that's not how it
anything
works.
makes money. They're you're gonna go for it. So
Yeah, it did not need a sequel. We agree. What is cracking you up over there?
I was thinking about what I made up last night before I went to bed. I was making myself laugh. The Golden Girls were the Golden Girls were on, and I started calling them the Golden Shower Girls. And it made me laugh. And I started thinking about the old lady trying to make comments, going, "Hey, why are these old men urinating on me? Hey, what's with all this urination? Ma, calm down. They're supposed to be urinating."
Did you tell your partner about that?
I'm talking all this out loud, and she's just not laughing. It's the life I live.
Golden Girls go wild.
Yeah.
Did you hear? I mean, I don't know if this is interesting, but Riley Coe and John Travolta. Did you follow any of this today?
Hey, I like the image there, a little Deadsy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Deadsy fan. I don't know anything about this Riley. Who that even is? Who is that person?
Riley Coe is the daughter of Lisa Marie Presley, and she is the granddaughter of obviously Priscilla Presley. And she has all of the interest in Graceland now. Everything was left to her. And Priscilla tried to sue her for the piece, but remember, she's an actress, Riley Coe. She's an actress also. But they're claiming that she is the mother. She provided the eggs for one of John Travolta's children. And they're saying now that Lisa Marie did it as well at one point for one of Travolta's other children. And I mean, I don't know who's suing and who's going to get what out of this. And I think it's an attempt to make John Travolta look bad or to slander him. But I don't know. But that's what I got out of the story, but it was pretty crazy.
I've heard nothing about any of this, so I have to look into this.
It's breaking news. Breaking news. Well, anyway, I mean, people are saying it's 4 a.m. where they are, so it's got to be getting late where we are. I was supposed to interview Ellen Latson, who was Ruby Sue in Christmas Vacation right now, but she has a toddler and was not able to. We're going to reschedule it. She also is in Fatal Attraction. It's her bunny that gets boiled. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah, Ruby Sue's bunny gets boiled in Fatal Attraction, and I think she's attempting to make an acting comeback. I don't know what'll happen, but and then next up, Sean, one of your buddies. People with three names are always hard for me to remember. Robert Brian Wilson, who is
what about him?
He's going to be on the show. He's going to, I think, tomorrow.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's really cool, and I figured for the holidays. Hey, have you seen the new Silent Night, Deadly Night?
I have not.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
I'm hearing good things.
I'm hearing very mixed things. I have heard several people say they think it's awesome. I've heard several people say they think it's terrible, and there's no in between. So I'm very curious. I have a feeling I won't like it. I hope I do, because Rowan Campbell is the lead in it, and he's one of my guys. So I hope it's great.
Lawton, if you're watching and haven't seen it already, Lawton's my go-to when there's a movie I know Michelle won't see here in Vegas. Maybe it's time we go to the senior matinee.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'll have to go see it solo, because Nay has zero interest in that movie.
Yeah, I'm curious, and I'll ask Robert what he thinks. I'm sure he saw it.
I'm sure he probably went to the premiere. Who knows? They've been.
I would think. I would think. All right, Wednesday 13, official Wednesday 13 tour dates merch people can buy your VIPs tour starts in January, right? So that's soon.
January 19th in Baltimore. It's Baltimore, and then New York's that week. Toronto, we had two Canadian shows: Montreal, Toronto, Cleveland, Chicago, all the places. 16 dates.
When do you leave?
I think I'm leaving. We're flying there, so yeah, I think probably the day before, so the 18th
Of January?
Yes.
So you're going to be in town for the Hollywood show?
Yes, I'll be there. So that's
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
be there
looking
at
forward to it.
that. We're gonna go see the Throbs on the 2nd.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's a kitty.
Oh.
Yeah, Throbs on the 2nd. I'm going to introduce them at the Whiskey, and then the third Wednesday's auction, and then Hollywood show. I'm going to be spending a lot of time in Los Angeles. And then I should point out, well, you guys might want to come to this. We'll talk about some more, but the Heavy Metal Gods Awards or something it's called.
I don't think I'm here when it happens.
Oh, this year they're honoring Ricky Rocket and Chris Holmes, who will perform, Tracy Guns, and then Warren DeMartini, who is going to have a very special surprise jam that I'll tell you after. But
I thought Chris Holmes couldn't come to the U.S. because
he finally figured it out somehow. Like,
okay.
Yeah, that was the fear. He, by the way, is one of the coolest people you can meet. Really nice guy. But so that's happening. I think it's in the Roxy, and then there's a red carpet thing at the Rainbow. But I'll announce more about that when I'm able to. But so I have to come back a third time in January for that. Sean, what's new coming to your channel? Do you have a timeline?
Well, like I said, that 3 o'clock high video, I think gets released on Saturday. It released from copyright bullshit. So I can drop it ASAP. I may just do that on like Sunday or maybe on Saturday if it gets released on Saturday. And then other than that, I think the next would be the Tokyo food video. And then I was thinking about putting, I don't know if anybody cares or not, but I filmed it. But I filmed the opening and closing ceremonies at Tokyo Comic-Con, where they bring every celebrity out on stage and introduce them, and it's like a weird WWE kind of thing. It's strange.
You did
they
it
did
last
it different,
year, right?
Huh?
You recorded it last year, right?
Yeah, I put it up last year. I
think people liked it.
Yeah, it's weird because a lot of what's being said is in Japanese, so you don't really know. And then they introduce them.
You should just interpret what you think they're saying.
And unfortunately, Johnny Depp didn't partake in either one of those. So it was every guest except him. But it is interesting though to see I do think there's a funny sort of ass kiss thing that some of the celebrities do to the Japanese fans, where they try to speak in Japanese to them, and they do all that, and they really suck up to the audience. And we were kind of joking about that amongst ourselves. Some really go all out, and do a whole thing where they're speaking Japanese. And
konnichiwa.
Yeah, as much as I love him, Tom Wilson really plays it up quite a bit.
I think I saw him do it last year. I think
he did. Yeah, that was Osaka, but this time it's Tokyo. But okay. Yeah, but he's a super nice guy. Actually, we ended up riding to the airport together, him and his son. I found out he's an Orange County guy. I didn't know he's not too far from me, actually. And then we were on the same flight coming back. So
he's talking about
which was crazy because 3 hours after we took off was that 7.6 earthquake. Right.
Missed it.
Yeah, which I heard there was massive power outages, so we might have got stuck there. So
yeah,
thank God. And one of my buddies, the guy who is kind of like my contact, I don't know if you know John Alcantor, but he's one of the guys. He's an agent, but he also is involved with the Tokyo stuff, in bringing the U.S. guests over. He was in the hotel on the 20th floor when that thing hit, and he said it was very scary, that the building was just rocking back and forth like for a long time. He said the scariest part was how long it lasted. So
Wednesday survived the Japanese earthquake when Joey Jordison thought it was nothing and they should stay, right, Wednesday?
It was horrible.
That's the short version of the story.
I'm not a fan of earthquakes.
Fucking
No.
sucked.
Yeah, but especially when you got like the stuff we have. It's like, I mean, imagine all those figures there on Wednesday's.
No, I know.
Yeah.
One good thing about Vegas is there's really no natural disasters. There's no it's never going to be a snowstorm.
Just wait.
Yeah,
well, you guys do get earthquakes, just not nearly as bad.
We do. They're very. I don't think anything's ever even fallen off a shelf, but we do get mild earthquakes, but no crazy monsoons or any of those things. Fortunately,
but when I turned my phone on, when I got back to LA, I started getting all these messages. Are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, did Japan like fucking explode after we took off? I was tripping out because everybody was asking me, are you okay? Are you still in Japan? Are you okay? And I'm thinking, what happened? Nobody's telling me what happened. And I couldn't get internet yet, as I didn't pay for the internet thing. So I was freaking out, like, what happened?
Yeah. So, well, you would have needed Biff to use the almanac to turn back time, maybe, and you could have been safe. Well, hopefully we can maybe get together before. I don't know what your guys' schedule is. We can talk about it later. Not that many days left in the year, but maybe before year's end we can get together again. Sean's channel is Malfunction. Sean Clark. You look it up on YouTube, and we're all on social media. And I think that'll do it. It was fun catching up, and we will see everybody next time.